Hi friends, I have super sensitive skin and a sensitive nose to certain smells. It was really hard for me to find perfumes and oils that didn't irritate me until I tried the sampler set from Godseye Oils. Everything smelled and felt so good on, and there was no irritation at all. For Christmas, my daughter gifted me a custom blended perfume from Godseye Oils. And in this video, I will tell you all about that amazing experience. Welcome to the Dress Up Mom. If you're already a subscriber, thank you and I love you. If you haven't subscribed, please do and tap the bell for notifications. First, let me tell you just a little bit about Godseye Oils. Everything is 100% natural and hand blended. No synthetics. Everything is made with intention and it's a woman-owned brand. You know how much I love that. The owner, Natalie, is one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. I mean it. What's remarkable is that she is just as lovely on the inside. She hand blends perfumes, spirit mists, a body oil, and a body butter. I've sampled everything and it's all terrific. I did a video on this which goes into way more detail, and I will put a link here as well as in the description. It took me about 6 months, but I was visiting the Bay Area and I made an appointment with Natalie to get my custom blend. The shop she works out of in Oakland is so cool, and she greeted me with a big smile and hug. I really felt like I've known her forever and we connected immediately. I learned that the perfume we would create together would be made up of 3 parts. Part 1 is me. My vulnerability and openness in sharing my heart is what makes the perfume sing. What I share with her is completely confidential and assists her in pulling the ingredients necessary to turn my perfume into a powerful spell and a helpful tool in staying on my path and in my prayer. Part 2 is the precious plant oils and essences. The oils speak quite loudly and will let me know who among them wants to come forward and add something magical to this prayer. There are oils that correspond directly to our astrology, the tarot, our emotions, and our desires. Part 3 is the channel, her. She has dedicated her life to her own healing and to offering her presence and support to people on their healing journey. Her prayer is to support us in connecting to what we'd like to let go of and what we want to let in. She creates a safe space for us to do just that. And at the end, we have a sacred perfume healing tool to remind us of our prayer and our ceremony and keep us moving forward toward our vision for our life. She brings her many years of perfume blending experience and everything that she's learned to make a gorgeous, balanced perfume that we love to wear. Well, that all sounded absolutely perfect to me. For the prayer, she asked what I felt like I am moving into that I would like some support around. It wasn't hard for me to answer that question. I have been going through some health issues, which I will tell you about in more detail in the next episode. So I really wanted something that would channel healing and openness and releasing whatever needed to be released and clearing any blockages I might have. She also asked if I wanted to bring an ancestor who had passed into my prayer, and I immediately thought about my grandmother, Papa Zorka, who had been a very, very special, influential person in my life, so I wanted to channel her. She asked about my signs, my sun, moon, and rising signs. I didn't know anything other than I'm a Scorpio. I did know the time I was born, so she was able to figure some of that out. With my intentions set, we started building the perfume. She explained that there are base notes, heart notes, and top notes, and all 3 of them combine to make a gorgeous blended scent. We started with the base notes, and sandalwood is what I thought of immediately. I've always loved the way that smells. She had me smell 2 types of different sandalwood by putting a little drop on a stick, and then I got to wave it and kind of see how each smelled. I really gravitated toward the Indian sandalwood, which didn't surprise me. We repeated this process a bunch of times, taking a little bit of oil, putting it on a stick, having me smell it. I ended up having sort of a keeper pile and a reject pile. I usually love the smell of cedar, but surprisingly to me, that kind of made it into the reject file. Frankincense is also supposed to be something that, you know, is a Scorpio thing,
and I really didn't like the smell of that either. It's kind of interesting because there were a couple scents that I kind of couldn't smell at all, and she said that was normal. In addition to the Indian sandalwood, some of the other keepers included black pepper, palmarosa, palo santo, clary sage, Egyptian musk, and rose. As we started getting these sticks in the keeper file, we would fan them like this in front of my nose so that I could kind of see how this was blending. And it was so interesting to see the subtle differences as we added things and took some things out. By the time we were finished, I had about 12 of these little sticks in the fan, and boy, it just smelled so great. Totally unique, unlike anything I had ever smelled, and oh, it just gravitated to all parts of me. We both agreed it was time to stop, that we couldn't get this any better, and Natalie started blending in the proper amounts. As she started doing that, she had a stack of cards and asked me to randomly pick one of them. They represented spirit animals. I drew the vulture, which I thought was bad at first. Natalie shook her head and said no. When I read the card, I knew it was exactly what I needed to hear. It represents a guardian and purifier and is essential for rebalance. It goes perfectly with my intention. As she was mixing my perfume, Natalie was taking copious notes so that she could replicate this for me in the future. She told me it's good to let the scent age for 28 days. Of course, I could wear it up until that point, but it would really come into its own then. It has been 28 days, and this is just, I can't express how wonderful this smells. I mean, it's just magical. I also love what it represents, my prayer, and it reminds me every day to reaffirm it. It was such a special experience, and I am so grateful I got to have it. Thank you to my daughter Tiana for this gift I will treasure. And thank you, Natalie, for being so kind and genuine, and for sharing this amazing gift you have. Seriously, she is so gorgeous inside and out. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Until next time, have fun and dress it up a little.